Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl and welcome back to my studio. In this video, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for how to make another project from my newest crochet book, Layers. The Polly Crochet Skirt is available as an individual download pattern, and it's also available in my brand new crochet book, Layers, 18 Crochet Projects to Fit, Flatter, and Drape. The fantastic Art Deco architecture of the Chrysler Building in New York City, especially the nested shapes at the top of the building, were my inspiration for this skirt. By using post stitches and shell increases, I was able to mimic those nested shapes at the 4 raglan corners of the skirt. The skirt is made in one piece from the waist down, and shaping is created by manipulating the gauge with a smaller than larger crochet hook, as well as with the post stitch pinstripes. Follow the links in the video description to download the pattern or order an autographed copy of my newest crochet book, Layers, and get information on ordering the yarn and other materials we use in this project. Let's get started. When you get your pattern, you'll see that it is written for multiple sizes. We have sizes small, medium, large, and extra large to fit a 27, 31, 35, and 39-inch waist circumference. The skirt is 25, 26, 27, and 28 inches long, and the skirt here is shown as in a size small. The skirt is very flexible. There is some give in the fabric, so it is you do have some flexibility in what size you end up making. This is a pattern that features Be So Fine yarn, and you'll see that we spell out the yardage you'll need for #1 fingering weight yarn or how many balls you'll need of Be So Fine yarn. This is shown in colorway Blue Danube. We will be using foundation single crochet through the back loop only, chain, double crochet, and front post double crochet in this pattern. We'll also be doing a shell of 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. If any of these stitches are foreign to you or something that you're not quite familiar with and you need a little freshening up on the stitches, please watch any of these stitches in its own video in my Crochet Stitch Library playlist here on YouTube. There is a link to that in the video description, and there should be a link popping up on the screen right now. You want to pay attention to your gauge to make sure that you have the same gauge as the pattern so that your skirt turns out the size that you want it to be. There are not only written instructions for all the different sizes, but also charts for the entire pattern. And you'll see this one shows where the post stitches are and where the shells are and all of that information throughout. This chart here shows you how to do the increases within the post stitches to create that beautiful raglan shaping in the hip area of the skirt. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to do the fabulous edging. This edging right here. I'm going to show you how to do that following this chart, which is so unusual, and once you get the hang of it, you're going to love this for so many different kinds of projects, because we're doing each of these motifs one at a time before moving on to the next one. It's not one round all the way around, then another round. We're going front, back, and front to do one motif, and then we go on to the next motif. Did I do that wrong? I did that wrong. We go this way, then this way, then we go this way, and this way. And so it serpentines on itself to do one motif at a time, which is just a wonderful, fun way to do an edging. Once you understand how to do that for this project, you can apply it to any skirt, any sleeve cuff, the bottom of a shawl, the bottom of a sweater, the circumference of a baby blanket, or any sized afghan. You're going to love this. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. Because there's so much going on directionally with this project, I thought it would be helpful to not only use a thicker yarn than what the pattern calls for, but also do it in 2 colors to really drive home how we're changing direction through this. So instead of using Be So Fine, my #1 fingering weight bamboo yarn, I'm using my DK weight #3 yarn, which is Be So Baby 100% milk fiber, and I'm using it in 2 colors. This is Mint and this is Princess. So the first thing we want to do is join our yarn with a slip stitch into a chain 2 space of one of the shells from the skirt or from your previous row, and that's spelled out in the chart and the pattern. And we're going to work 15 double crochets in that first chain 2 space. Because I'm adding a yarn right now, instead of just working from my pattern, I'm going to chain 3 to count as my first stitch, and then I'll work 14 more double crochets in that chain 2 space. Double crochet is yarn over your hook, insert your hook in the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We'll do that again. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we have 3. We want to do a total of 15. Okay, we have our 15 double crochets in the chain 2 space. We're now going to slip stitch to the top of the next foundation double crochet. Chain 3, slip stitch into the next chain 2 space, chain 3, turn our work. Now skipping the first 2 double crochets of the chain of the 15 double crochets, we're going to double crochet in the 3rd double crochet, then chain 3, skip the next 2 double crochets and double crochet in the next, chain 3, skip 2 double crochets and double crochet in the next, chain 3, skip 2 double crochets and double crochet in the next, chain 3, skip 2 double crochets and double crochet in the last. And then we'll now slip stitch into the next chain 2 space over here. And we'll turn our work. In that last chain 3 space we just worked, we're going to single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet all in that same space. Then in the next chain 3 space, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet in the next and then do this in each chain 3 space across. And look at that, we've completed 1 repeat of our edging without having to go and do all 3 rounds around the whole thing. We've done it just here. So now I'm going to show you how we move across to begin the next repeat. So what we want to do is get our crochet hook over to this chain 2 space here to begin the next repeat of 15 double crochets. And the way we do that is to slip stitch across the stitches to get there. So we'll slip stitch into the chain 2 space and each of these double crochets, and slip stitch into the foundation or the front post double crochet, and now we are ready to work our 15 double crochets here. So I'll show you one more repeat of the edging. We'll do 15 double crochets in that next chain 2 space. Okay, we've got our 15 double crochets in the chain 2 space, so we'll now slip stitch into the next front post double crochet, chain 3, slip stitch into the next chain 2 space, chain 3, turn our work. Of those 15 double crochets, we're going to skip the first 2 and double crochet in the next, chain 3, skip the next 2 double crochets and double crochet in the next, and repeat this all the way across. Then we'll slip stitch into the next chain 2 space, turn our work, and now working in the last chain 3 space that we just worked, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, all in the same chain 3 space, and we're going to repeat that in each chain 3 space across. Single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, and slip stitch into the chain 2 space. Look at that. So we've now got 2 repeats of our beautiful scalloped edging, and we've done them one full repeat at a time without having to go around the entire perimeter of the project. This is such a fun and interesting way to add edging to any project, not only the Polly skirt, but you could add this to anything, a scarf, a shawl, a sweater, a baby blanket. The sky is the limit with this amazing and unusual edging. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, please leave them for me in the comments. And remember, there's links to everything about this project in the video description. Where to download the pattern, how to order an autographed copy of the book, how to get the yarn, and also entire links of playlists for all of the videos from Layers, as well as links to all of my other videos here on YouTube. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you in the next video.